Hello, my people. Yeah, I'm talking on this art. I'm training on this art today. So those persons that are interested in art making, you can just watch this video. So I just showed you the crown and the brim, and I would be showing you, this video is going to focus more on how to attach the crown to the brim. So I have molded already, and I have videos on my channel on how to mold, so using either the crown or using the brim. So I'm not including how I molded in this video. This video is just going to cover how I designed, how I joined it. All right, so I have molded the crown and I just want to use a very small brim. So I would be showing you how to further design the art. What I did was that I used mat. You can either mold with mat or you mold with senamen. So I molded with mat and I wrapped it with a golden material. So after the work got dried, I decided to add something else. If not, what I'm about to add now can also be added when molding. So when you are molding, you can add both the golden material and as well as the black that I want to put on it now. So what happened was that I did not put this black, or let me say I never thought I would design it like this. I molded it, I left it there for some time. So when I wanted to design, I just felt that no, let me do something. Let me not just go all gold. So let me just go like gold and black. So that was the reason I had to introduce this net to it. So while introducing the net, I chose to work with hot glue. And also the net, I did not like you apply glue to the entire body. What I did was just to like look for a perfect position where I can hold down the net, and that was what I did. All right, so I just use the hot glue, apply it to the edges, and then pull the fabric gently to ensure that it's smooth and tight on the body of the crown, and then I glue it gently. So I also went ahead to repeat the same process on the brim, but what I did on the brim is different from what I did on the crown. The reason is that I will need to cut some part of the brim for me to be able to attach the crown. So because of that, I did not just go ahead and glue it, because if I did, I would still need to cut. So I went ahead to first of all take the measurement I would need to join the crown to the brim. And this is the very important part. If you can mold already, for you to make art is very simple, very simple. And I like the type of fashion that is trending nowadays. That's because anything goes. Just make sure that it is beautiful. Anything goes. Everybody is coming up with different styles. Creativity is everywhere. It is how your client will rock this style or how you rock it that matters. So to attach the crown to the brim, you have to create a circle smaller than the crown. The crown already on this brim we cover the whole edge of the brim, but I'm not just going to go ahead and cut out every part. If you do that, you will not be able to attach it. So you have to create a circle that is smaller than the crown. So assuming the circumference of your circle is very wide, you have to like make a smaller circle. That's just all I'm saying. And then cut it out, just like you see me cutting it out now. Cut out that circle. Of course, you can see that there's still space. So that space, I'm just going to mark it like one inch, one inch distance, and then I will now use that space to cut. That part that I am going to cut, I'll cut it straight the way I'm rolling now. That's how I'll cut it out. So when I cut it out, that is what will enable me to attach the brim to the crown. All right. Then I want to cover the brim with the net now. So I'll just go ahead and now repeat same process I did on the crown. So I just cut out the shape of the material that I would need and then use the edges, just the same thing I did with the crown, and then use the edges to like cover. So when I'm done making sure it's well fitted, I'll turn it over. Again, I always like to emphasize that the method I use in my work is not the only available method. This is just the way I can go about my own and I achieve results. So after gluing, you see, I just cut out that part now. So when I cut out that part, I apply a little piece, bit of glue to all the parts that I already cut on this brim before, so that the net can also stick to it properly. And then after which I had to like still cut out the net that is from every part where I cut before. I have to like cut out the net as well from that place. All right, so you can see the mark on it now. So it's not flexible for me to push down. It's flexible for me to push down. So before I'll go ahead to attach it to the crown, I always like to ensure that my crown is firm. That is, this is matte and you molded using stiffner. So anytime that water comes upon this project, it has the possibility of collapsing. So you have to ensure that even when it collapses, uh it will not just like get damaged completely. So that's why you have to like fix in bone or you fix in earth wire. So what I use now is bone. I fix in bone for both the crown and the brim because I want both of them to be strong enough. One more thing is that this crown, before you fix the bone in, you have to ensure that you open it up a little, because during the process of molding, it's going to like choke together. It's going to be like closed together. And if you just remove it from the crown and put on your head, you find out that it cannot fit into the head. So at that point, you need to slack the opening a little bit. Just use your hands to slack it, pull, 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 so it will open it up. All right, before you attach the bone to it. So I attached bone to both the crown and the brim. So the next thing I would do is for me to now attach it together. I want to fix both together now. But what I normally do, it is what I'm doing now is only for matte. You cannot use this process for senamen. So I just attach hot glue. If you are not using hot glue, you can use E7000 or E6000, or you can also use the UHU glue. So I'll just attach and then I'll start to press or apply pressure on the part that I cut out so that the glue can make it stick to the crown. But that's not the only thing I would be doing. I will also go ahead and get my needle and thread, and then I'll sew it round, because I like to ensure that my work, they are durable. So I'll just go ahead and sew it round, use my needle and thread and sew carefully. So in and out. So when I sew, and because I wrapped with a black net, the thread I'm using to work now is not going to like show. You will not see it. You understand? It's not going to cause any form of oh god, what's the right word now? That is, it's not going to destroy the look of your work. That is, this thread will not be visible because it's going to is a matching thread to the net. So that's why it will not be visible. So assuming I am working with gold and I did not include this black net now, I would need to look for a golden thread that I can use to attach it comfortably. All right, so after sewing, I know I applied glue and then I now use needle and thread to sew. So it's firm, it's very strong. So what I'm going to use to design now is a golden material, but what I did was that I did a body pleat on it first. You can work with a plain material and pleat it as you arrange it on the body of the art, or you can pleat it before bringing it and attaching it to the body of the art. So for me, I pleated first. So after pleating, I just like bring it over to the art and then use to wrap. Now this step is mainly to cover, is for design anyway, but it mainly covers the that edge of the crown, especially the part where you have some squeezing, some part of it getting together, not too smooth and all of that. So that's why the edge is usually covered in the art. So it will help to just like cover every form of rough work at that edge there. And then I have crinoline that I already used my bias to wrap the edge. And what I did was that I used my sewing machine to attach the bias to the edges of the crinoline, and then simply I fold out a big and a small bow tie from it, and then use my needle and thread to just sew it round, that is wrap it round, and then I attached it to the art. Yeah, and then I went ahead also to use some of the crinoline bias. So I used acrylic for this, not acrylic, cinnamon. I use cinnamon for this project. So I have a video on how to prepare the cinnamon bias. I have a video on it. So if you watch this one and you don't really understand, just go to Creative Ends platform. You see my logo. This is the logo you see on the channel, so that you know you are at the right place. And then search for how to make the bias, cinnamon bias. You see it there. And also I have the video on how I prepared this particular design that I would be attaching to this crown, that I'll be attaching to this art. So you can also watch that video and you will understand better. All right, thank you so very much for stopping by Creative Ends International. If today is your first time discovering us, because a lot of persons are just discovering Creative Hands for the first time, if today is your first time discovering Creative Hands, you are welcome. I am so glad you discovered me today. I thank you so much. Thank you for discovering me, or choosing to click on my channel to view whatever I am doing today. All right, so if you love what I am doing, I want to say please subscribe to the channel. And all this channel is about is headwear. There is anything that has to do with head fashion, ranging from fascinator, art, turban, what again? Fascinator, art, turban, auto gele, yes, auto gele. So anything that just have to do with head fashion is available in this channel. And the most interesting thing is that you can actually send me a WhatsApp message if you need me to attend to anything for you. But the only thing you must understand is that I'm a very busy person. So when you send some things to me, I might not respond immediately. But some persons are lucky. You just send me something today and tomorrow you will just get it. Maybe that time I'm just less busy. So if you send something to me and I'm not responding yet, please don't be discouraged. Just know that I'm very busy, but definitely I will respond to it. My number will roll through this channel shortly. It is my WhatsApp number. you can use it to reach me, especially if you want me to make anything for you, or if you want me to teach you something, you can get to me. It's a promise, just get to me. All right, so thank you very much for stopping by my channel. This will be all for today's video. So after attaching this, I'm still going to cover the edges, so just watch to the end. Anyway, if you watch the remaining part of this video, it is self-explanatory, so just watch to the end, and then I will see you in my next video. So do have a nice day, stay safe, please. Bye.